this Lost Boy has been resettled there for a period of 10 years, and that's still, some of them are still doing process right now, are still struggling to come out of that, uh, from that camp, because the life in that camp is really horrible. The life is really, really tough. Yeah.
What do you think people in the TV viewing, or TV watchers, what can they do to try to bring awareness to this Holocaust?
Well, the most thing they should know is that uh, when we came here, uh, we just came throughout of desperation, because we never thought we would ever find a place to stay, a place to sleep, or where people can smile back and say hello. We had just been brought up, or we had just grew up in a hostile environment, and the most thing to do is uh, to give people awareness about the Lost Boys. Those who don't know about the Lost Boys of Sudan are being like others. They are very nice people. If you, they are approachable, you can talk to them. And secondly, the bad thing they have to help Southern Sudan is to through education. Like I've already said that Sudan is one of the most illiterate country in the whole world. If one person out of 8 go to school, what do you think of the literacy of the country is really very low. And with those people who go to school, one out of 8, they don't go any higher. They can go up to high school and that's it. So the most awareness they have to know is to support education in Sudan, because by supporting education, eradicating illiteracy, then chances of civilization would start. People would be very easily to live with. They will be open to talk to people. Uh, there would be no more hunger. People would be able to work. People would be very creative. Would do their own thing. Would do their businesses, and with that too, would have like freedom of worship. You have to worship your own religion, not putting pressure on others who are worshiping either being Christian or being Muslim, or those who don't have any religion. Those are what we really need, and we want to focus most is illiteracy in Sudan. We are really lacking behind in all things, but if we can get rid of illiteracy in Sudan, there would be no more fighting.
Oh, wow. So, what do you think, the people over in Sudan and over in the African nations, what are they doing about this, and how do they feel about this atrocities that's going on? Rwanda, now Sudan, and,
Well, in Africa, this near genocide things is not a new thing. People have been killed by, people have died many times due to these instabilities, and people has just taken it as something as natural. They are thinking it like natural, but the whole world know that is not natural to kill people like that. There are people who are doing this. They are supposed to be brought to justice, because people who take powers and misuse them on those who are, those who are less misfortune, they will kill those who are innocent, those who don't even know anything about oil being in Sudan, those who don't know anything about religion. How can you expect that? Someone who don't know anything about religion, about government, about business, about anything, dying.
do you think this is a result of hundreds of years of colonialism, of foreign powers going into the African nations and causing chaos and dissent so they get their natural resources?
Well, you may look in different ways. It will depend on what type of support, or what type of you say the troop that are coming to to Sudan. It will depend, because mostly what they are coming for, they have to abide by the laws of the land. Like if they are coming through the United Nations has to operate in a manner that it will not, interfere with the local people, and only to be there to protect the local people, and to to make sure there will be no any immediate fight that may interrupt or may interrupt the feast. Yeah.
Are you here, do you have family here, or are you just here by yourself?
I'm actually here by myself, but my brother and my sister, they are in Illinois. Yeah, they just came like 5 months ago. But my family, part of my family, my mom, my brothers and sisters are still back uh, in Kenya right now.
You know, a lot of people never get out. The vast majority of the Lost Boys, either they get killed or what happens.
A lot of people dies from either a lot of them got drowned when people ran from Ethiopia to Sudan, back to Sudan. Uh, uh, 10 of thousands drowned on only one day because a lot of people, when we ran from home, we did not even know how to swim, and we had just been struggling to survive. So when the war broke out in Ethiopia and people were chased at gunpoint through the river, people just jump into the river instead of getting shot in the head. People jump into the water and they drown to death. So this is very critical. There were too many people, but a lot of people died, and that's why you're seeing like 3,800 here lost boy. There would have been like more than that. See, so a lot of people have died.
What other natural resources does Sudan have? Oil and what else?
Well, actually, I'm not well informed about the resources, but the major thing they have is oil. They have a lot of oils and some other, minerals, which are not much of a concern. But oil is the major disputed mineral right now.
And when do they find oil in Sudan?
Is in central Sudan, in northern Sudan, in the southern Sudan, I mean, the Upper Nile region, and part of Baragazai region, and the Blue Nile, and part of the Nuba Mountain.
And how many years ago did they find oil there?
Oil, as they discovered like about a decade ago, and there was traces of oil discovery as late as 1970s, but it was not that a big issue because there was no that big business of oil, but it has been discovered some decades ago.
So what is your plan for the future? You're going to school and you must have a big relief off you, just
Right. Actually, I want to work with I'm going to school right now. I'm a math major and a chemistry minor. I want to, when I get my degree, I would like to teach people